look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to show you is one woman who wants to tell you the truth about the financial standing of the women in Black America, meaning that they don't really got no money. And this reason is why they're homeless. This is the reason why they're struggling, so on and so forth. All right. Small portion of that. And then you're going to have a woman, and I love these type of women, who don't know anything about what they're talking about, but they try to sound so intellectual. So what you're about to hear is a bunch of gaslighting, a bunch of excuses, a bunch of just being crazy, if you ask me. Now, before I do that, hit the notification bell. Once you do that, select the option that says all. After you do that right there, you will be informed of all my new content. Can you dig it? Now, let me go ahead and get into this, man. Let's go ahead and get in this thing here, man. Hold on. Boom. Let me go and start it from the beginning. This is going to be the lady who's going to gaslight you to death, but let's go ahead and get started. Let's get it.
That look like me, but we don't talk about this stuff. We ignore it. We act like it don't exist. We're so educated, but we're also educated homeless women. We're homeless. We have no money. Can't pay our bills because we idolize materialistic things that have no value in your life. Cannot pay our bills, but yet we brag and brag and brag about how we are so educated.
So I watched this video and it definitely triggered me. And it's because
I want you to understand that the truth will always trigger a mustard back helper. There was nothing wrong about what that woman said. I have done plenty of shows in the past of women who are getting kicked out of their homes. You know, the ones that say, we getting more homes now than ever before. We getting more homes now than any man never before. These same women who are saying that are getting thrown out on their ears. If you look at the statistical data, which I've covered several times in the past, they are leading in evictions. I'm talking about the highly educated babies out there. Yeah, them. And that triggered her. Let's keep going.
Because my current situation, like I'm currently living in a hotel. I've been here for 3 months. And before that, I was living in my car for a year. I watched this video about educated Black women experiencing homelessness, and it struck a chord. As a college educated woman who also has had a career in tech, and I have IT certifications, I've also ran a couple of businesses that were successful. I'm now a spectrum mom, where I only have space to raise a autistic son because
this woman had been gaslighting from the jump. That woman said she done ran several businesses, just lying off her ass, and it was so successful. So let me ask you something. Let's say that was true. If all your businesses were successful, you didn't have enough common sense to save some money? Enough money to keep you from having to living in your car? Enough money to keep you from living in a motel? Like she said she's been in the motel now for 3 months. And before that, she was in a car for a year with an autistic child. Now, if y'all can't see through this woman BS, I don't know what's wrong with you. This woman is just mad because the other lady, I think her name is Just a Girl, the first lady that you saw, was stepping on toes. The things that she was saying was hitting home, and it made her feel bad for being a irresponsible mustard back helper. Now you finna see how this woman finna blame you men also for why she was homeless and why many Black women in America become homeless. Let's get it.
because of that, I know firsthand that intelligence and ambition, they don't always guarantee you stability, especially when you're raising a child like mine. What frustrates me most about the assumption that homelessness among Black women must be a result of laziness, bad choices, or materialism. It just takes me there. That is sending me. And it should, considering my situation. I'm living in a hotel and it's not.
Make it make sense, man. Making bad decisions will absolutely put you in a position of being homeless. She just told you that it, man, these women are. So you telling me homelessness just happens? It just happens, you know. I know that a disaster could come through like a tornado, hurricane, flood. I'm not talking about those type of things because that don't happen every day. I'm talking about the daily decisions that one is making that can put them in circumstances of where they are needing shelter, and she's been that type of person. She's homeless, acting like she want to act like an academic, but she acting like an unintelligent hoe. But you know what? You can't spell homeless without the word hoe, so let's go.
Because I mismanage my money. It isn't because I chase luxury or I refuse to work or I'm relying on men for money. It's because my daughter wanted to do some things with her life and I needed to put my dreams and my goals and my career on the back burner so my daughter could move forward. But then the cost of living suddenly changed. The resources for single mothers are not as accessible as people think, especially when you have a special needs kid. There are systematic barriers that exist that we don't talk about enough. For Black women, the narrative has always been that education is the key, right? That's why so many of us have went to college and decided to.
All right. So explain to me, since it's so hard to find resources for a single mom, especially for kids who have special needs, can you explain to me why other single mothers who have kids with special needs are not homeless, who has never been homeless? They may be struggling, but they ain't never had to sleep in that car for no year. Think about this now. This is this woman's fault. The situation that she found herself in now and the situation that she found herself previously was her fault. And she got a kid, where the baby daddy at? Where the father of the child at? How come his family can't help you and the kid? You just a mustard back helper? Open your legs up to everybody. You putting your hooves in the air and let the man climb on top of you and beat the guts up. Because there's something ain't making sense. Something ain't clicking, honey child. How in the hell you gonna have an autistic child? Which means he gotta have a biological father, right? Where are the family members? And where are your family members at? How come they couldn't help you? In a year's time you was in a car? They don't know about it? Your family, you and your family ain't tight? Or is it that you are one of these women, a parasitic roach, and all you do is beg and you exhaust the resources of others? Maybe your family is so sick and tired of you begging and asking for things and not returning the things that you borrow, not paying them back after they're giving you money, never learning a lesson, always coming back to them after you make bad decisions, hoping that they can bail you out your situations. Maybe they just got tired of your ass because you seem like someone that is worrisome. And they got tired of your ass, and now you have to sleep in your car. Just keep going.
Work on ourselves intellectually because knowledge has been the key, right? That's what we were taught. It's not the key to security. It's more complex than that. First of all, that lack of generational wealth and that economic stability can place even the most driven women in like a vulnerable position. Black women don't deserve to just be surviving. We deserve stability. We deserve support. We deserve community and a society that values our contributions. And oftentimes, if you're a Black woman, you know that what you contribute isn't always valued, regardless to who you contributed to. But I'm just tired of being known as the person that has to push through everything. Like, I always got to be the one that's strong and do it on my own. I'm tired of.
No one makes you that. No, how many men have told you women, we don't like women who say they strong and independent, I can do it all by myself, I don't need you. We're not making you do that. You're doing that on your own choice. You making a decision to do that. She acting like we're forcing her to push through. We're not doing none of that shit. All this is you. It's that bad attitude you got. You want to be like this, and you want to blame everybody else for it.
Contributions. And oftentimes, if you're a Black woman, you know that what you contribute isn't always valued, regardless to who you contributed to. But I'm just tired of being known as the person that has to push through everything. Like, I always got to be the one that's strong and do it on my own. I'm tired of that narrative, and I'm tired of people making fun of me for saying that I need help. Calling someone a beggar or saying someone is begging when they're asking their community for help, not just ignorant. It's part of the problem. You are part.
Excuse me, man. Check this out, man. The community don't owe you shit. And here's another thing. What have you done for your community except contribute bastard children? What have you done for your community except go out and cuss out the men in the community? Talk bad about the Black men in the community. Say we ain't shit. What have you done? What have you given to the community? Why is this always a take thing but never a give thing? You just take. The only time you ever speak about the community is when you want to misuse the community. Okay? The only time you want to talk about the community when people see through you and say, man, I ain't finna help this person. They ain't helping themselves. Why should I help them? And then you get mad because you realize that your sense of entitlement is just an illusion. No one owes you shit in the community. Nobody got to give you a damn thing. This is why you have to learn how to take care of yourself. Learn to keep your womb closed. If you're going to get your womb out, at least understand how to protect yourself enough to not have children until you get married. You ain't going to the community and asking the community, can you teach me how to be a good woman, how to be a submissive wife for marriage? You ain't going to the community talking about, where are all the good men? Can you show me how to be a good woman to a good man? No, you want to go to the community to go smoke za, go to the hookah, go smoke hookah in the community, to get drunk in the community, go clubbing in the community. You go to the club and twerk and pop your pussy in the community. That's what you do in the community. Everybody know that you're getting trans ran on you in the community. You sleep with other men in the community that's married. You sleep with married men in the community. You sleep with other women, men in the community. I mean, let's keep it real. In the community, this is where these behaviors are acting, and a lot of you women are doing that. You're getting all these tattoos all over your face and neck in the community. Yeah, boy. You sniffing white lines, that Coca-Cola. You sniffing that shit up in the community. You popping pills in the community. You're stealing in the community. You're fighting in fast food restaurants in the community. You're dressing whorishly and provocative, real provocative in the community. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got gold grills on as a woman in the community. You walking around with hair abundance in the community. You walking around them dirty ass PJs and ugly looking Crocs on your feet in the community. Oh yes, you are. You doing everything in the community. You gluing on eyelashes in the community. You putting on them lace front wigs in the community. Oh yeah, you ain't taking care of your hygiene in the community. Just stinking it up, funking it up in the projects in the community. So why don't we talk about that part of the community that you're contributing to? Because that's the only shit you're doing. Why should we give you anything in the community? Let's keep going.
Part of the problem. No one is supposed to be out here navigating life alone. If that was the case, it would only be one person on this planet. We're meant to have family. We're meant to have a support system, and a lot of Black women do not.
And you don't need to have a lot of them. Okay, I'm telling you, some of them, it's good if you got some, but this ain't where she's coming from. She comes from a viewpoint of entitlement. I made all these bad decisions. Someone rescue me. Someone help me from the bad decisions that I made. I must stay back far. That's what this shit is coming from. So yeah, man, fuck that, man. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all pretty soon. Y'all take it easy. Now you here.